It's been a while since I vlogged, and I took a break from vlogging because I've had a huge studio upgrade. A lot has happened in the course of a month. I was actually going to take another month break from vlogging, but since so much has happened in the last month, I just feel like future me would really appreciate it if I documented this. So here I am. Just wanted to share one of my biggest small business moments with you guys, and that is, I bought a kiln. If you've never done pottery before and don't know what a kiln is basically what you use to fire your ceramics, and it can go up to over 1,000 degrees Celsius. I've been doing pottery for 5 years now, and I've always just fired at a shared studio, which works out for me. I've been running my business like that, but in a long run, it's not too feasible because the studio is quite far from where I live. I've always been quite hesitant with getting my own kiln, for the reason being that it will cost me a lot. As a small business, it's really hard for me to just suddenly fork out a few $1,000s for a big investment like that, on top of like the bills that I already have to pay. So that's one thing. The second thing is to find the perfect place for this kiln. A pottery kiln needs to be somewhere well ventilated, away from the rain, and you also have to have the right power supply for your kiln. There are many types of kilns out there, but most kilns will probably need a bigger power supply and probably an amount of power that your usual household plugs would not be able to offer. So it's not just about investing in the kiln, it's also having to financially plan ahead for the money that you have to put in to get an electrician to come in and to set up the space for you. There are kilns that are much smaller, and those you can probably just plug into a wall, but for what I needed something that's slightly bigger, so I could do at least 15 to 20 pots per firing. And the third limitation was trying to get the kiln I want into Western Australia. Here in Western Australia, we don't have a lot of pottery tool suppliers. Things will either have to be shipped here from interstate or from overseas. In the end, I ended up choosing a kiln from the brand Roda. Roda is a company that's based in Germany, which means that I had to get a kiln imported from Germany. Just thinking about the process already gives me a headache. So yes, that was another limitation and another thing I had to consider before getting the kiln. It was like the wait time and which supplier to go with, and with such a complicated and long importing process, I had to find a supplier that I could trust. It wasn't easy getting the kiln. It wasn't just like walk into a shop, place an order and pay for it. So I don't want to bore you guys with too much kiln stuff. If you want to know more about my kiln, or like how to pick a kiln that's right for you, or like what to look for, I'm happy to do a video about that. Just let me know in the comments. But for this video, I kind of just want to show you what my day-to-day routine is as a potter that works from home. Now, there are many steps that leads to a ceramic piece being made. Making this from start to finish, meaning from me throwing the vessel to glazing to firing, this takes 3 to 4 weeks. And that's including drying time. I'm not going to be able to finish this video in one sitting. This is going to be 3 to 4 weeks of work. Let's go check out my kiln now. So this is my kiln. It is a top loader, meaning it opens from the top. I have this set up next to my wheel, which is over there, and we have a completely open space from the back, so it's very well ventilated here, which is what we want. This is what the inside of the kiln looks like. These coils here are what heats up and fires my ceramics. This is an electric kiln. So here it is, one of my biggest business investments I've ever made. It took a lot of courage to take this step, but I'm so glad I did it. I wake up every day feeling super ready to get to work because I just want to try out, new glazes, new firing temperatures. I just want to fill this kiln up as soon as possible. Oh, and I also named my kiln Calcifer. I thought it was very fitting. So yeah, I'm gonna set my wheel up now and do some throwing. In a week or so, I should be able to do some bisque firing. I just need one more batch of work, then I should be able to fill the kiln up. One thing about having an outdoor studio in Australia is always check for spiders before you sit on your wheel. I've learnt the hard way that you need to do this. So it's been 2 days. The kiln is finally at around 49 to 50 degrees Celsius, which is cool enough to be opened. Technically, I can let it cool for a bit longer, but usually I open it at around this temperature and it's completely fine. It literally took a bit over 48 hours to fully cool because it's been quite warm in Australia. I'm just going to open up the kiln now and fingers crossed nothing has broken. So far so good. Everything is bisque fired, which means they're now ready for glazing. Nothing beats the feeling of opening up a kiln to a successful firing, especially because it's such a long process. If anything goes wrong, it's so depressing, but yay to another successful firing. That's everything unloaded. A whole bunch of stuff to glaze in the next 2 weeks. We'll be back for a glaze firing very soon. Gotta make sure I turn off the power. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I turned 30 today. It's actually just gonna be like any normal work day because it is a Monday. And also, it's really hot today. It's like 43 degrees, so I'm not very keen to go out. It's just been so hard to stay focused because the heat is so intense. I do have a lot of orders to pack. I had a shop drop over the weekend. Today is Monday, so today is actually my posting order day. I'm just finishing off packing the last 2 orders and then I'm off to the post office. Just gonna keep it like a really chilled out and cool day. And at night I'm going zip lining. This is so random, but I've always wanted to zip line. It's just one of those fun things that I've always missed out on doing, and I saw that you could do this in Perth, right in the city. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing tonight, and I had it at night because I knew it was going to be a hot day. I'm very excited. It feels really crazy to be vlogging for my little art YouTube channel today because I decided to start making art when I was 21. At the time I wasn't studying anything art related, it was just a side thing I decided to start on my own, and somehow 9 years later when I'm 30 I'm still working on the same project. In hindsight, when I started it I never thought it would stick. I've expanded to different mediums like ceramics, and I've also made a children's book. It's just been such a wild journey and I feel like I did a lot in my 20s. Hopefully I can say the same when I'm 40. Will I even be vlogging when I'm 40? Very happy to share this moment with you. I consider myself to be very lucky and I'm very happy you're here. This is what the studio looks like right now. It is a mess. So many of you ordered my new cap. Thank you so much for your support. The fact that I can make sales at every drop makes it possible for me to keep like bringing out new products and stuff, so I'm very grateful for that. I'll be dropping all of these off at the post office later, and this is the new cap I was talking about that I just released over the weekend. Me and my Patreon members decided on this design together. I only have a few of these left. I'll be shipping out a ton of these today. Let's go to the post office.
You and me, boy. 이대로 멈췄으면 좋겠어. Don't take your eyes off me, baby. You're the one that I need. 솔직히 말해볼게. 너만을 기다려봤다고. 저 수평선을 건너 우주 끝까지 가볼게. With you.
it's been 51 hours and 23 minutes since I started my glaze kiln firing. It sounds like a very long time, but if you look at the graph here, honestly most of the time is spent on waiting for the kiln to cool. My kiln is super well insulated, so it does take a very long time to cool. I am ready to open a kiln and have a peek. Ta-da! And here's the first layer. Everything looks so far so good. I'm not spotting any like obvious glaze flaws. I'm also using this new clay this time. It's like this more groggy sandy clay, and it's looking really good under the clear glaze. I'm very happy with that. So there's a total of 3 layers in the kiln right now. I'm only seeing the top layer now. I will need 2 hands to unload the rest of the kiln because everything is so fragile and so heavy. I'm gonna go do that now. So that's it for this video. Everything that I had shown you guys in the video that I just pulled out of the kiln, all of that have been sold now and shipped out now, and the whole cycle basically restarts. I'm going to start making things again, and eventually everything will go up in my shop. So hopefully this kind of gives you an insight of how my life as an artist works, and I'm just so happy I get to share this giant home studio upgrade with you. It really hasn't been easy getting to this stage. So yeah, if you want to learn more about firing home or like just anything about my work, let me know. I can always do a video for you guys. I know I post a lot of toy videos, but this is actually what I do for a living. This is my main job. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will chat again very soon. Bye!